When educators make the shift to designing for models of blended or online education, one of the first questions asked is, what digital content do I need to create or curate for the asynchronous learning space? Or what do I do in the synchronous space? Often in blended learning, digital content is added to existing in-person courses. The flaw to this approach is that generally the elements of content, technology, and environment, be it digital or physical, are leading the thought process. And unfortunately, what tends to happen is that by adding more and more content to cover all bases results in a bloated course that learners disengage from because of overload or lack of focus due to irrelevant information or content. So what can we do to ensure our learning experiences are streamlined and focused, and importantly efficient for both you and your learners? Well, we can design for outcomes-based education, an approach I believe we should be adopting throughout education, be it K-12, higher ed, online or blended learning approaches. This shift in approach and mindset allows educators to think about what learners are expected to achieve upon the completion of the course or learning experience. They can then make informed decisions based on well-developed learning outcomes as to what could be delivered in the asynchronous, self-directed environment, and what might need more facilitation and scaffolding in the synchronous environment, be it live online or in person. This approach can really help to focus your learning design and streamline your learning experience to make it more efficient for you and your learners. Now, ideally, it means moving away from being bound by time or schedule or contact hours. So if a learner can demonstrate they've achieved the outcomes in an hour, for example, as opposed to 3, so be it. They can move on, or completion can be acknowledged. Alternatively, some learners may need extra time and support, and this can be designed for rather than moving on with gaps in their understanding. Now, you may be in a situation in which you have no control over the schedule of yourself or your learners. Well, still designing in an outcomes-based approach will provide you and your learners with many advantages, as it will help you to achieve a constructively aligned course or learning experience that supports learning and achievement of those outcomes. So if this sounds like an approach you're interested in knowing more about, take a look at the next video, in which I'll go into more detail covering the 4 key principles of an outcomes-based learning approach.